What's good, everybody? This is TFD back again with another video. And listen, Indiana Fever came up short tonight, but let me tell you, Lexie Hull showed out big time. For this one, we're heading all the way up to Minnesota. Let's get it, let's go. Music. Now, I'll keep it real. This was a team loss, no doubt about it. But if we're talking about individual performances, man, Lexie Hull stepped up in a major way. She came out firing with about 10 points in that first quarter alone and honestly looked like the best version of herself all season. Both ends of the floor, offense, defense, you name it, she delivered. This year has really been her bounce-back season, and she's proving why she belongs. Even when she's been banged up, rolling that ankle, she still keeps showing up when the Fever need her most. Straight up heart and hustle. Next to Kelsey Mitchell, she's been that last spark plug, that fighter you want on your squad. Now, I know there's a lot of back and forth online, people saying Kelsey this, Caitlin that. But at the end of the day, if Kelsey can actually push this team into the playoffs, then yeah, you can start to make that argument. Right now though, I don't know if she's got enough juice left to carry them all the way through. And to make matters worse, Odyssey Sims went down hard in this one too. Tough break. Coach Stephanie White? Honestly, she got out-coached tonight. The Fever started strong, but the Lynx, man, they're just a powerhouse. Too stacked, too tough to stop. I had Minnesota winning this game anyway, but Indiana actually did better than I expected. I'll give them that. Effort was there, no question. Final score ended 95-90, Minnesota takes it. And before we dive deeper into the big storylines, you know we gotta run through the numbers real quick. So yeah, here's how it all shook out. You know, a Jessica Shepard came out hooping. She dropped 22 points. And then Kayla McBride? Man, she put on an absolute clinic. We're talking 6 assists, 29 points, and grabbed a couple boards too. Natasha Heedman chipped in with 17, and overall, that whole squad was just clicking. Like, you could see it. Everybody was locked in, everybody contributed, and that's exactly why they're sitting at that #1 seed right now. They just mesh so well together. And hey, let's be real, they definitely got some payback for that Commissioner's Cup loss. But on the Fever side, Aliyah Boston showed up with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 dimes. Solid game from her. Then you got Lexie Hull. Man, she went crazy. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and played a whopping 38 minutes. Basically out there the whole game. Lexie balled out for real. Shout out to Lexie, shout out to Mama Lexie and the whole family. She's earned every bit of that shine and she deserves to get her bag. No question about it. Kelsey Mitchell also came through with 27 points and 5 boards while logging 35 minutes. She fought hard out there. But the big storyline coming out of this one? Odyssey Sims. Alright, let's pull this up real quick on X. Big shout out to Tony East, man. That's the one reporter I'm really trusting right now with this Fever coverage. So here's the deal. The Fever challenged a defensive foul on Lexie Hull. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, pretty sure 3rd, not 4th. At that point, Indiana was down 13 after getting blasted in that 3rd frame, 32-17. And that right there? That's what swung the game. The Lynx ended up with 82 points overall, and that tells the story. Fever just could not stop them. Minnesota was shooting lights out, 66% on Tuesday, including 12 of 14 right at the rim. Same problem all night long for Indiana. No rim protection, even with their bigs still out there. Halftime wasn't looking too bad though. Fever were only down 52-50, and honestly, I thought they had a real shot to sneak out a win. But man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired just watching it, and clearly the team ran out of gas too. They just couldn't finish it off. And then the tough part, Odyssey Sims. She went down with what looked like a tweak. Went up for a shot, and immediately you could tell something wasn't right. Next stoppage, she went straight to the locker room. No hesitation. Limped off, tried to tough it out, but went right back in there. Another player on the injury list. Which means, yep, we're probably looking at signing another hardship player. This was the play where it all happened, and you can just see it, man. The way she walked off the court said everything. Now, Coach Stephanie White did talk to the media afterward, so let's pull up what she had to say. Once again, shout out Tony East for getting the footage. Dude stays solid, always keeps it straightforward. Might even have to hit him, he's the real deal. But anyway, let's roll this presser and hear Coach Steph's thoughts on all of it.
20 minutes play.
I know, it obviously feels good, I think, for me, just playing with confidence.
we're missing people. So everyone's got to do a little bit extra, be a little bit more aggressive offensively. So that was my mindset going in. And obviously it feels good to see the ball go through the net.
Lexie, did you come into tonight kind of expecting to play darn near the whole game and just because of the injury situation and the personnel available?
Yeah, you played 37 minutes.
I mean, you played a lot too, Kels. You played 35. I mean, yeah, we're down people. So gotta suck it up, play a little tired a few minutes, and take in those timeouts as best we can. But yeah, I mean, we're down people, so everyone's got to do a little more.
For you offensively, was the plan to kind of try and get some looks inside early to get yourself going and then start working from the outside, or was that just kind of how the game set itself up?
Just to read the defense, you know. I think I got some really good passes on the back cuts, and that's testament to my teammates, you know, finding me, but keep moving, just reading whatever they're given.
Late in the game, obviously, you guys able to close the gap, get to within 5. I guess with Lexie, what was working there and getting it to AB and finding some production, and then hearing the crowd get into it, like.
Yeah, I mean, we feed off the crowd, feed off that energy, and you know, we came off the game, we clawed back. So we're, I feel like we're used to not being down on ourselves, not looking at a deficit and feeling like we can't get back. So for us, we had the confidence that we're going to take every possession, inch back, and go with what was working. AB was killing it with, I mean, Kels found her, everyone was finding her. So yeah, just seeing what's working late in the game and making sure that we're getting the best shot we possibly can.
Kelsey, were you aware of what your teammates were going to do in terms of the t-shirt?
No. Oh my goodness. I was taken back. It was fun. It was funny. I was very humbled. I was grateful for my group. I love the people I play with, and to know that they would go out their way to make something like that happen for me, it means a lot more than people know, because I have been here the longest I have. You know, everything that people talk about, I have been, and to know that my teammates kind of like see me as, you know, I have value somewhere, and I feel like they make me feel like, you know, I'm important to them and vice versa. And so that value means everything to me. And anybody knows me, I'm a loyal type person. And so I'm going to forever look at them like forever friends after something like that. So it was big, but it was funny.
Just said that you felt like you could take a little bit from this game because you're playing them again on Sunday. How can this help you, knowing you were dead even with them for most of the night?
I mean, I don't know what the lead was, but we were in the game the whole time.
Yeah.
So they're the number 1 team in the league in the standings right now. So to be able to compete against them with a lot of people out, I think that just gives us confidence that whoever the 5's out on the floor, we believe in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited about the opportunity to get them back on Sunday.
But like barely little things defensively being a key. What did you see as the struggles on that end of the floor early this game?
Yeah, I think, those 2 runs that they had into the second, beginning of the third, turnovers for scores, part of it. You can't set your defense with that. You know, letting players get to their strength. You can't lose Kayla McBride. I mean, she's one of the most prolific 3-point shooters in league history. We had moments where we had some breakdowns in personnel D, and it hurts us. I mean, you know, they're the best team in the league right now for a reason. And they make you pay when you have those mistakes.
What do you know about Odyssey after she left the game and didn't return? Is she injured? What's up with that?
Yeah, no, we don't know anything yet. She's going to get evaluated tomorrow, so we'll see.
With regards to Odyssey, do you have any ideas of what it was she tweaked? Was it a groin or any?
I have no idea. I just heard her say I need a sub, and so I got Shay up there.
Lexie Hull tonight, career high for her, just especially effective there early on. What were you seeing from her performance?
She was aggressive. I mean, she was hunting shots. She was aggressive to the rim. You know, she knew we needed another scorer on the floor, and because of the attention that Kelsey and AB get, she was getting free and she was hunting shots, and that's what we're going to need from her.
What have you seen in this box score that you liked tonight?
I like our 24 assists on 34 made field goals. You know, I think we were high assist to made field goal ratio in the first half. What was it, 15 to 18? Thought it was really good. You know, I like that we had 4 players in double figures. That we made 13 threes. You know, I like that. You know, and that I don't see on the stat sheet. I mean, guys, like our players bust their ass. Like they battle every single game, and you know, they just it's a couple minutes here and there. You got to play a 40-minute game, but this is a special group of women, man. What they've been going through and everything that they've had to continue to overcome, and to put ourselves in position. Could have been real easy to fold in that third quarter when they broke it open. To put ourselves in position, to come back to compete to win a ball game. I mean, it's no matter what it happens, win or lose. The roots that this group is forming culturally, the roots that they're forming in terms of competitive spirit and what it means to compete at this level. I mean, those are what allow us to withstand these storms. And the numbers tell a story, but their hearts and their character tell another one.
Yeah, just Kelsey mentioned the lulls that you obviously mentioned just now, and how you guys want to make those lulls obviously not as bad. What can the team do on the floor? What can you guys as coaching staff do in the moment to kind of break those up? Yeah,
I mean, some of it's timeouts, some of it's substitution matchups, although we don't have a lot of those, and some of it's just attention to detail. I mean, championship teams, their attention to detail throughout the course of 40 minutes is there for the most part, and we're learning how to do that with a group that it hasn't had a ton of experience. I mean, to get together, especially, you look at Tosh and her experience certainly, and the experience that Lexie, AB, and Kels got last year. And we're doing it with 2 new point guards. So, I mean, there's cohesiveness. There's Shay and Odyssey have now, well, Shay's been in 1 practice. Odyssey's been in 2 practices, or 3 practices, to learn our defensive system and kind of how we play some things. So, we've got to give some grace to where we are, but also understand that's what it takes to win against these kinds of teams.
So Shay knocked down her first 3 shots, and you leaned on her for 22 minutes. Yeah. What'd you make of her early assignment so far? Yeah,
I mean, I loved how she came out and shot the ball. We needed those, and that's what we're gonna have to do. And she was big. She got gassed. You could tell that. Between her and O, who they've been training, but training is not playing. And being in a situation where you got to play heavy minutes, I like that she was aggressive offensively. She knocked down some shots, and she got the ball moving for us.
Kelsey was appreciative of those T-shirts. Is that kind of just representative of kind of that message you were just having about this culture and laying those ground roots for what's to come? Yeah,
for sure. And Kelsey's been carrying us, man. I mean, she's, you look at numbers, and her numbers have been incredible all season long. She's been incredible all season long, and then when we needed her most, she stepped up and been even better. And you think about, there's a lot of great MVP candidates out there, but Kelsey Mitchell should certainly be in the conversation.